I'm gonna say I'm angry. Have the newspaper's editor sent to prison. Yes. Uh-oh. Oh, people didn't like that one bit. After the editor was sent to prison, where he died after a month in mysterious circumstances, no paper has dared to write anything negative about you. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Urban Empire. I'm your host, the Birdman, known as Falcon. This right here is a city planning simulation title. It is being published by Kalypso, which you might be familiar with from the Tropico series. Now, this game comes out on January 20, so we have quite a bit of an early look at the title here today. Now, I could show you the very first era of the campaign. I have limitations how much I could show you until the release date itself. So, what I'm planning to do here today is doing this video. If you guys enjoy it, let me know in the comments and by leaving a like, and I'll go ahead if you guys enjoy it and cover the rest of the first era. But I can't show you anything after that because I have to wait for the release date on January 20. So again, if you do enjoy it, let me know and I'll cover the rest of it going forward. But for now, let's get into the game over here and do a new game, and we'll go into the new campaign over here. Now, when you first start off, you have a couple of families to choose from. You have the oh good god, Pfilzens. I'm gonna say that P is silent maybe. We also have the Sant Elias, we also have the Kilgannons, and we have the Shuiskis. Oh, I'm gonna have a lot of trouble pronouncing stuff in this game, aren't I? This is apparently a Russian immigrants maybe? I don't know. Strong working class happens to be the Kilgannons. We also have the Saint Elias, which is the patrons of inventors and innovators, and the von Pfilzens happen to be our landed gentry, aristocrats with a strong military tradition and a hardline conservative stance. So you know what? Let's actually go with the von Pfilzens for this run here. So we'll select this family. And apparently these are the current people that we could use through the eras. For the very first era, we have Gerbert. Gerbert. Is it Gerbert? Is it Gerbert or Gerbert? It can't be Gerbert, right? Gerbert sounds like the baby food. He can't be baby food. Well, we have von Pfilzen, a cruel aristocrat. Gerbert von Pfilzen puts empires and power before everything. His strict upbringing in a militarized nobility left him emotionally repressed. While respected, he does not tolerate incompetence and deals ruthlessly with insubordination. Gerbert is a loyal man who believes the emperor has a God-given right to rule. He will protect the realm and no one will stand in his way. So we're gonna be quite a bit of an asshole with this run, huh? I like it already. He happens to be cruel. He's a Luddite, and Emperor's nominee as well. And because we're doing the first era, we could only mess around with Gerbert, the baby food here. Era number 2 and onwards, you get to choose the other family members from the Pfilzen bloodline, I do suppose. But let's actually get into the game here as soon as possible. And I'm going to leave the tutorial in because, number 1, I'm not too familiar with the game myself, and number 2, it'll give you guys a better understanding of the basics as well as we go forward here. We have the Rimini of Sorelia, we have the Cauldron, and we have the Cape Sorelia. Okay, let's go with the Cauldron. I like this one a little bit here, and let's start the campaign. Alrighty guys, so let's see here. Welcome Gerbert von Pfilzen. You are Gerbert von Pfilzen, the 24th Margrave of Pfilzen, loyal subject of the Emperor, His Imperial Highness Francis II of Austria. He appoints you to build a new city to connect Vienna to the Adriatic. You are granted $500,000 to set the foundations of the new city. Alrighty. Welcome to Urban Empire. Right, this will be the camera. I'll go ahead and skip the camera stuff. That's very simplistic and very basic. We want to tilt with R and T. There you go. I'm tilting the camera game. Alrighty, there you go. Good. Create the first district. Alright, let's get started building our city. Cities are made up of smaller parts called districts. All residents, companies, and municipal services reside inside a district. Districts also have infrastructures and different zoning. They are the basic component how you influence your city, so let's create the very first district. Okay. Now, very quick, let's go and rotate here really quickly, and let's see what is around us. I'm liking this pretty well. Nice little coastal type of look to it. I like it. I guess over here sounds pretty good to me, so let's go into create a district down here. And we want to set up a size for it. Now, what's really cool about this, you get to choose like the type of shape you wanted to kind of take by adding corners and stuff like that. You also get to choose the type of density you're looking at here. So for the default one is obviously default. But if you want like a very dense area, you could go ahead with this one over here. That'll make it like more population, very much like a city type planning where housing and apartments and stuff like that. And there is also the sparse one if you're looking to, I guess, build farms and basically areas that require a lot of room for you to kind of grow outwards and stuff like that. But for this one, we'll go with the default one for now. So let's actually go and build through here. That's actually really terrible building on my part. Very terrible building. Let's start it from here instead. Okay, you know what? Let's rotate one more time. Okay, this seems pretty good. So we'll do something like, very awkward district, I gotta tell you. But we could do something like this. You can't really make it too big to begin with because you start off with limited amount of funds, obviously. So the first one isn't going to be really too huge. That's what she said. And we also have to add a corner with right click, so we could actually do that like that. Alrighty. Let's confirm the land plan is going to cost us 277. Again, we have 500 to start off with, so we are kind of broke here to begin with. This is a place to add services for the district. At the moment, there's only one service available, the City Hall. That's the heart of the city decision making, and it provides basic services of what the citizens need. Later in the game, you will not only have more different kinds of services to build, but also infrastructure, zoning options, and density choices for the districts. Click on City Hall and place it in the district by clicking the desired location. So obviously, we're going to start off with City Hall over here, the heart of the district itself. And I guess probably over here sounds pretty good to me. This is a mixed area, this is an industrial area. I guess we'll go with a mixed one, why not? And we will go ahead and confirm the services and propose a district now. Now, you can name the district to your liking or keep the suggested one. Later, once you have the city council, you can propose this to be paid from the city money. As it is your first district, you should use the money of the Emperor has given you, and therefore there's only the use personal funds options available. Okay, so we have to use our personal funds, unfortunately, but later on, the city could pay for it, assuming you propose it well to them, because you have to do the whole voting thing, and you kind of have to, like, I guess, appeal to the different parties of the system itself, which is actually kind of cool. So right now, we'll use the personal funds for this one, and there you go. This is going to be called Beachdale, huh? You know what? That's not a bad name, considering we are kind of, like, near the coast, so we'll keep Beachdale, why not? So let's go to the progress cloud view now. And this will be essentially unlockables down the line. As a matter of fact, I'll just read it to make it easier for us. This is where you can set all the inventions. Researching inventions unlocks new municipal services, infrastructures, edicts, business areas, gameplay features, etc. Next to an invention's name, you can see its price and brain power. Inventions are not unlocked immediately, but are researched gradually over time. How much time the research takes depends on how much brain power your city is generating. Note that you can only research inventions that are connected. So, to begin with the first era, we are going to be very limited. Obviously, once you progress with the game in Era 2, 3, so on and so forth, you actually unlock new stuff here. But right now, we're very limited because we're barely starting off in olden times. So we have the gas infrastructure, we have the telegraph, we have the thermodynamics, and we have the safety authorities. And over here, you can see what all these unlock. So for instance, we have safety authorities, we have tobacco licensing, alcohol licensing, and the click. I think ideally, we might want to start off with transportation. Sounds very important to me, so we'll probably go with the thermodynamics, although the gas infrastructure is also very interesting as well because, you know, lights and stuff like that. But let's start off with traveling here. So this will give us steam power, clothing stores, unlock spread selection, and the police station as well, so we could kind of monitor the criminals in our early, very booming young society. So let's go ahead and start research, and it's going to cost us, or it's going to take us 400 now, right? So let's go back to the city screen over here. Alright, as new citizens are settling in, we have some time to look after other things. First, let's learn how to change the time-lapse speed. Obviously, over here, you could, speed up the game differently. So we could pause, and we could go into 2 and 4 times speed as well. So for now, we'll do 4 times speed because I do think I have to let the game run a little bit before the next tutorial portion starts up. Plus, our district is coming in quite nicely, as you can see over here as well. Now that some citizens have found a new home in our city, it's time to add some more services. As time passes, you'll need to improve balance and add more services to existing districts. You will also gain new options to help this. Much needed school is to be built, so let's get familiar on how to add services to existing districts. So the first thing we'll have to do is build a school, which is really important. Knowledge is power after all, and we want our citizens to have the education prowess in them so that they could make our society even better by being really smart dudes, right? And dudettes as well. So let's go over here to Beachdale, and we want to go ahead and modify this district, and the services will be up here now. Services are the heart of running a successful city. You'll notice that I've unlocked the view on top of the screen that shows how satisfied your citizens on average are with their basic needs. Citizens' happiness has consequences in how they vote and how well the economy is doing. From the top panel, you'll find a general view, fast regardless how many different districts you have or how many citizens you have. So right now we need to build the school first. And up here it'll tell you how happy they are. At the moment they're at -10. They're very unhappy. Look at that. It's like a red, angry face right now. Dude, what are you unhappy about? We're barely starting a society. You should be really excited and peppy. Be like, yeah, I am being part of something very historic here today. Let's go to grammar school though. And we want to place this somewhere around Over here isn't really too bad, and the influence area is obviously noted by the green, so everything around that area will get like a bigger boost to this. So you could obviously add more schools down the line to get boosts to different types of districts as well, because you want to make sure that the overall district's doing pretty good. You don't want to necessarily just focus on one part of the district and then the other areas are kind of like, you know, a crime-ridden disease of the city, you know? So I think, ideally... Unfortunately, this is off the grid, so let's maybe do it like somewhere over here, and I'm pretty sure they'll build stuff around here anyway, right? Or we could just do it down here. Let's just do it here. It's fine. So, confirm the services now. That's going to cost us $9,200 a month. So let's go ahead and propose to the district, and we'll use our personal funds, obviously. You can get more detailed information about any particular Wheel of Life value by pressing it. This shows how many sources you have for any particular Wheel of Life, and also the demand for it. Press it now. Press it now. So let's go over here and click on the happiness one. Why not? Happiness affects how citizens perform in their workplaces, contributing to their quality and efficiency. Well, luckily now we're out of the -10, so that's good. It's kind of like yellow and neutral now, but that's better. It's at least a 1 now. A lot better than -10. So it is time to raise more money for the city, because we're obviously quite broke now. The bottom left panel brings you to one of the main views of the game. Even though you are the mayor and most important decision maker in the city, you're not alone. You can't run around spending money and raising taxes at will. To get things done, you need to have the support of the city council, which can either approve or reject common proposals. As there is still many things to learn, let's head over to the city council. So we're going to do this right over here. This is the city council. Here you can charge or change the tax rate, funding levels, propose different types of edicts, and of course, affect political decision making. After most decisions you make, there will be a council vote, and you'll be wanting to influence how your fellow council members vote. Let's have a look at the parties to understand things better. So we have, I believe, 3 different parties here at the moment. We have... Well, I guess we could just check it out over here, right? Political parties. This view lets you know everything you need to know about different political parties. Goodwill, political compass, okay. And the taxing view will be down here. And this is what we kind of want to focus on right now, taxing, because we need some money going forward. Does that guy have a fucking red beard? That's a really hardcore red beard, dude. Like, that's like very unnatural red. Like, I don't really think in this era people were like dyeing their beards red. Like, not this red anyway. That just kind of stands out over there, doesn't it? Anyway, let's go over here to propose the taxation here. And here we're going to choose the amount that we want to go by. And basically, the more you raise it, the more people be like, I don't like that too much, blah, blah, blah. And it's up to you to kind of get them to vote in your favor, obviously. So let's go with business taxes. I'm going to say higher up this way. And this will tell you down below what the parties are feeling about this move. Like, some people are okay with the business tax, while some of them are kind of like, hey, what are you doing taxing me more money for my business? So we'll do maybe up to here, and then we'll go to citizen tax through here. Sounds pretty good. Citizens won't be too happy about that, but you know what? I need money right now, man. So this will kind of have to work. We have the liberals, we have the left wing, and we have the right wing over here. Let's go ahead and propose the taxing. As you can see, we already have these bad boys over here against it very, very firmly, as you can see. And I guess the liberals are probably more approval of it, I suppose. Vote about tax adjustment rises long discussions in council. So let's go over here to the proposal, and we could vote about tax adjustments. Right, we already did that. Let's go to OK then. And let's see. Modify the taxes here. I do believe we already read this. No, this is new. 3 numbers represent individual council members and their opinions of the party of the vote, right? So let's appeal to the parties now. And this is where you kind of like get to interact with the council itself, the different parties, and you could actually do 3 different things. You could actually plead your case, you could demand, or you could even threaten them. Like, hey, if you don't do this, you're in for some hard times ahead, my friend. So here we have 12 in favor, 7 against. We want to get these guys over here to hopefully vote in our favor, because the swings can go either way, obviously. But the swing right now seems to be more in our favor, so we're looking all right. Let's go over here and let's start off by working on the... Well, you're the ones that are okay with it, right? So I guess we'll start off with you. But the Physiocratic Party does seem to be very much in our favor already. So I'm going to just go ahead and plead with them. You plead with the Physiocratic Party. You say, please support me because city really needs it. I really need this. And let's go with the city here. As you can see, we got a +2 effect over here. And they're already in approval, so I'm not really too worried about them, honestly. And we got a 1 goodwill. Let's go to the next party over. This is going to be the Free Democratic Party, which happens to be more in the swing area right now. So let's go and plead as well with them. You plead with the Free Democratic Party. You say, please support me because most citizens agree with this. I really want to fix this issue. Let's go with the issue. We need money. Very cool. So, as you can see over here... Oh, I was actually reading the wrong one. I actually was going to threaten the guys over here and against, but I read this incorrectly. I thought we were dealing with the swing guys right now. But we're actually dealing with the guys that were against it. But by pleading our case, you saw that it moved pretty far off from against to kind of in the negative swing, but you know, it's a little bit better than it was beforehand easily. So that's cool. Let's come over to the National Sorelian Party, which would be the swing one over here. And I will also plead with them because they're kind of already on our side anyway. So praise the positive effects behind your position or tell them you need a favor. Let's praise the positive effects. Ooh, got almost to approval. Not quite, but almost there. Okay, so we've done everything we could here at this point. Let's go back to the city view, and they're going to now vote on it as well. While we wait for the city council, this is a good time to check out the data view. It's a place where you can get all the information you can possibly want. Remember to come back once the vote is ready. So let's go into the city data over here, and this will give you more information about what's happening around the elites, the middle class, the working class, the students, the lower class, all that other jazz right here will be shown in this little tab here. Okay, so now we gotta wait for the voting to kind of take place. Now, before the voting takes place, they're gonna give you one more chance to go ahead and plead your case one more time if I'm correct here, so... There we go. The preparation for the vote is finished. The city council can now vote on the proposal. You can still appeal to the parties, and this is what I meant. You have one more chance to do so, but this appeal right here, the second one, is going to be less viable than the first one because they've already kind of made up their mind. But, you know, you can still do like a last-minute type of vote swing, but it won't be as useful or too helpful for you like the very first appeal we did here. So let's try it out one more time, though, for the hell of it. And I want to get these guys over here on our side. So let's come over to... What am I looking at here? Free Democratic Party. So let's demand this time. You demand Free Democratic Party that their councilors support you on this issue. What do you say to them? Most citizens support this view or ask them to reconsider one last time? Let's go with most citizens support this view. Hey, pretty good, right? We almost got halfway there, so that's not too bad at all. Very good. Now, our goodwill with them has dropped now because we're kind of like demanding our case quite a bit here, so you kind of have to worry about that. If you get into the negatives, no matter what you propose to them, they're going to be like, yeah, fuck you, so you can't really push this agenda too often. At this point, let's go over to the Sorelian one more time, and we will plead one last time over here and say, I really want to fix this issue, and they're now firmly in the approval stance, so... I think at this point we could go ahead and just, vote, I'm gonna say, right? Yeah, so, begin voting. And, oh yeah, we're gonna win this one easily, I'm gonna say. Easily. 22 to 39, so vote about tax adjustment rises long discussions in the council. Voting process 10, and we got our little bill across, I suppose. And everybody's kind of happy about it, except this guy, he's kind of like, ah, rah, rah, rah. Then we have the people with the bright red hair. They're fucking clowns is what they are. Anyway, we got it done. Let's get back out here as well. Let's let my population boom here a bit more. People are going to be really angry about the taxing, but hey, you know what? We obviously needed the money here. So thermodynamics is almost going to be done, which is going to be our transportation and our train, so I'm really looking forward to that. And hey, look at this over here. We'll slow it down. Look at my people over here in their carriages and shit. Yeah, how you guys doing? Just hanging out, huh? How about those taxes you're saying, huh? Oh, fuck Falcon and those high taxes. But you know what? Down the line, once I start building some stuff for you guys, you'll be really happy about the taxing, believe me. I'm gonna make this society boom, baby! So we have the thermodynamics done now. The surprise dialogue caught me by surprise, obviously. So steam power, unlock spread selection, clothing store, and the police station's now been unlocked as well. Let's go back to the progress cloud. And I think the next thing I want to do is probably the gas infrastructure. Sounds pretty useful, although telegraphs are also pretty well for, obviously, communicating with loved ones at other parts of the world, and maybe, hey, even get them to come join us at some point. But let's do the gas infrastructure first and start this research right over here. Back to the city we go. You have unlocked spread selection for your district. This is a good time to create a new district for your city. Hey, a second one already, huh? And apparently we have the mayor's cruelty. What do you mean mayor's cruelty? I'm not a cruel mayor at all, man. Is it the taxes? I told you it was the taxes. They don't like it at all. What is this? A local newspaper just nominated you as the cruelest mayor in Sorelia. How do you feel about this? I feel angry about it, because I'm not cruel whatsoever. I'm a really kind-hearted dude, even though I got, like, a really terrible, like, evil villain facial hair structure happening over here. I'm gonna say I'm angry. Have the newspaper's editor sent to prison. Yes. Uh-oh. Oh, people didn't like that one bit. Falcon's over here hampering the freedom of speech, huh? After the editor was sent to prison, where he died after a month in mysterious circumstances, no paper has dared to write anything negative about you. The intelligentsia of the city is now afraid of you, which of course is your aim. Oh, scumbag Falcon lives again. I love it. Hey, we have businesses booming for the textiles, which is great. Okay, so the thing we have to do now is actually get a new district happening here, right? So, ooh, I like how the game looks at nighttime. Isn't it look even nicer once we get the gas infrastructure happening too, huh? Alright, so let's go over here and do a new district if we can. And we do that. Let's pause you momentarily so I could kind of like figure this out. So we'll do a new district, and apparently we unlocked a new one too, right? Am I wrong about this? It said there was a new spread. I guess I was wrong about it. Well, either way, let's actually do a sparse one now for maybe some farmlands down the line. So, where do I want to build you? Maybe over here sounds pretty ideal. So how about... that one do? That one do. Let's actually build it from here to meet that way if we can. So we could do up to too long, huh? Too large. Too long, he says. I guess right there is fine. Confirm land plan. Now you can change the spread of your... oh, here's the spread thing. Okay, I know we unlocked something like that. You should change the spread in accordance to your RCI demands. Is that the wheel thing? You can see the RCI demands from the top left corner of the screen. The RCI stands for residential, commercial, and industrial, and it tells you how much demand there is for any particular type of district. If there's a high residential demand, you should build more residential buildings. If there is a high commercial demand, you should build more commercial, and so forth. Matching these demands will lead to faster growth and happier city overall. Okay. So at the moment, it does seem, let's see here. This arrow is kind of blocking it, but that's a 2 right there. So there's a demand of 2 for residential. We have, what is that? Maybe a 0 because it's telling me nothing about it. And then industry is -1. So I think we need residential area for sure. So we're going to go ahead and do residential as our prime objective. It does seem that industry is negative, so we'll probably do it this way. So as you can see right now, we have approval of homeboys over here, swinging around here, and then these people are firmly against it. Let's come over here and appeal one more time to the party. So who is against it? It's obviously these scumbags over here all the time. Don't you guys want the population to grow here? No, I don't like it too much, Falcon. Let's actually go ahead and... we'll demand. I don't want to threaten just yet. I mean, I already sent that man to jail a while ago, so I'm building up too much of a reputation as a dictator here. You want to make the free democratic councilors feel that they have an obligation to support shared values. What do you say? The future of our city depends on your choice. They need to understand how important this vote is, so let's say the first one. Ooh, very good. Very good. Next one, we have the National Cerealian, who is also in the swing area. Mostly on the negative side, so we have to get these over to the approval side as well. Let's also go into demanding over here, and let's ask them... let's say that most citizens support this view. And they're now in the positive side of the swing, which is a little bit better. And finally, the physiocratic, they're already kind of on our side as it is, so let's just plead. You want the physiocratic party to help you correct this vote. How do you ask for their help? Invite the party leader to dinner, express your wish in a council meeting, and explain the importance of this vote in a newspaper. Let's go with the second one here. Ooh, very, very good. Okay. Alright, so as they're over here doing their vote for the next district, we have Steam and Speed. A railroad. Oh, the railroad. Sweet. A railroad is being built to Kaiserschaffen, and soon there will be trains enabling the fast transport of people and goods. Who knows what kind of changes that might bring? How do you feel about railroads? I feel really good about it. That's the reason why it's the first thing I decided to have us research here. So, trains are the transportation of the future. Well, if only they knew about planes down the line, huh? But there you go. I'm going to say I agree with it. Perfect. Ooh. Newspaper. A newspaper has appeared. You should always catch up with the latest headlines to know what is happening in the world around you. The news of the left side of the newspaper is always something important, so left side is very important. Free Democratic Party wins the election. The Physiocratic Party came second with a difference of 16%. So the Free Democratic Party doesn't really get along with us too well. I don't think they're usually on the negative side of the votes, if I'm right, so that could actually affect us down the line here. Alrighty. So, I'm going to go ahead now, guys, and probably wrap it up here. As I mentioned, if you enjoyed and want to see some more of this going forward, do let me know in the comments and by leaving a like, and I'll go ahead and cover the rest of the first era. Again, I could only show you the first era until the release date on January 20. All the information for the game will be down below. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will catch you next time. Let's actually unpause here, and yeah. This is my society. This is the society that Falcon built. It's not a nest either. I will catch you guys next time.